Okay, so the next category I want to get into is the large eyeshadow palette category, and I only have 6, as you can see. My favorite go-to is the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm sure all of you have seen it, but it's literally gorgeous. And something cool that I did, whenever I first got it, I was watching a lot of tutorials of like how to use it, and I just really bothered me that the shade names weren't on it. So what I did is wrote in all the shade names in Sharpie, and I absolutely love it. And I feel like it's really helped me do my makeup better, because like when I do one, I'm like, oh, I'm throwing powder in the crease, and it helps me to remember like what color I dipped into, so I can remember to go into the same shade on the other side. But yeah, I highly recommend doing this to your palettes if they do have shade names and they have a little space like that. Favorite go-to right there. So then for Christmas, I got the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, because I just really wanted to have a colorful palette, because I do like to, like, I don't know, dress up a lot for Halloween and go to like themed parties and stuff like that. So I just thought it would be cool. And I also saw that Kylie Jenner had like a video of her popping a bright color in her inner corner, and I was like, you know what, I just want to have the option to do that. This palette was only like, you know, I think it was like $15 after coupon, and I don't use it often, obviously, because it's bright, but I think I can get good use out of it, and it wasn't expensive. And I tried to look up the price of like, maybe I can get like the single shades in like single pots of the shades that I really want. But then I was like, you know what, by the time I buy 5 single shades, I could have the whole palette, because it's just so affordable. But yeah, it has a nice mirror. Then this is, these two I got around the same time. I'm pretty sure I got both of these in junior high, so they're very old. But I don't want to throw them away, because I don't see any signs of them going bad, and I wouldn't really recommend getting these, because unless you really like these types of colors. But this is a dupe for one of the Naked palettes, and I remember whenever I was in junior high, the Naked palettes were just all the rage, and I couldn't afford to buy one, so I got this one, and it was a great dupe. So if you are trying to dupe that, I definitely recommend this. But I know Naked palettes aren't all the rage right now, so just kind of depends on what your position is on that. And yeah, I don't get a whole lot of use out of this, but I don't want to discard it, just because if I ever want to do a cool toned look, this is my go-to. And yeah, I don't do that often, but you know, I like having it. This one, like I described, I use these two for my brows, and then I used to use this to set my eyeshadow, but I don't use it anymore for that. But I like to get into this palette every once in a while, just to have some fun with it. As you can see, I have like really large pan in these 3 shades, so I've had this a super long time, but I definitely think I can get quite a bit more use out of it, and I don't want to throw it out. This one is my second newest, or no, I guess third newest palette. So this is a Pure Visionary palette. I absolutely love this one. It swatches beautifully, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. So I really do recommend this. It is a cream shadow. So if you have a ton of palettes in your collection, I wouldn't get it, just because you're supposed to use it up like decently fast, because it has a 6-month expiration. But I'm gonna keep it longer than 6 months, obviously. But yeah, I just get a lot of good use out of it, and I know there's no pan, but I don't know, like I really only wear makeup on the weekends anyway. But I would say 1/3 of the time I put on eyeshadow, I use this palette in some way. And then my last large eyeshadow palette is one that I got from my Ulta gift set, I guess. And I wouldn't recommend it. I got the entire kit for $15, which I think is an absolutely a great deal, because it came with a whole other side that you'll see later. But I don't regret getting it for sure, but I wouldn't go out and buy this again. I wouldn't go out and buy it, you know. But these eyeshadows, I have tried using them to create looks, and I found that some of the shades are super nice, but for the majority of them are just not good. Like, they're just not high quality. All the rest of my palettes I showed you, excluding this one's pretty low pigment, I don't know, compared to like the other ones. But yeah, I just would not go for this one normally. I don't go for this one normally, but this is also my newest palette, so I don't feel bad about letting it sit around a little bit while I get some more use out of my more loved palettes. But yeah, I do like these glitter toppers. I didn't put this in my glitter section because I just don't reach for it as a glitter. Like, I would use it every once in a while, but yeah. Anyway, so I'm excited. I will use this for sure. Okay, so now we're on to our tiny eyeshadow products, and I guess I have 9 in total. These are all super old, and yeah, I know I should declutter them, but I'm just attached to them and for different reasons. This one I think I'm gonna declutter because it's I don't know if you can tell, but it's reached its last leg. It's just little specks of shakiness in there. So yeah, I'm gonna throw that one away. But that used to be an everyday shade that I used in high school. This one was given to me as like a freebie, like hand-me-down, I guess you would call it. But I can't throw it away because this color, this brown, is so pretty. I swatched it. I wish I could swatch it fresh for you. You could see. Okay, so I'm going in to this brown shade, and it's so hard to do this. It's the swatch that's closest to my wrist, so look how pretty that is. How could I throw that away? I'm just hanging on to it because I'm a sucker. This is a little tiny Too Faced duo. It's in the shade Boy Toy. It's the only Too Faced product I own. So my friend actually gave this to me in high school. She said she was never going to use it. I swatched on my upper arm just a second ago. I don't know if you can see that, but I think I'm thinking about using that as a highlight. So I think I'm going to put that in my highlight bag because it's like a pink thing. It's a pink eyeshadow duo, but it looks like more of a highlight to me. So that's what I'm going to classify it as. This one I'm only keeping for this gray shade because I don't have another gray shade like it. Don't like this silver shade, but this is actually another one of those hand-me-downs. It came broken like that, but yeah, I'm just keeping it for the gray shade because I have an eyeshadow look that I like to do that involves it, and I don't have another shade like it. This one I've had since elementary school probably. It's a Maybelline one. And can't buy this anymore, but I remember using this blue for my prom, and it's just kind of sentimental, and now that I have the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, I kind of want to throw it away. But also, it's like a good reminder of prom, you know, like so long ago. I was so little. It's hard to let go of things, but I feel like I should probably let go of it because that's really the only shade I like in it. And now I had to Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and it's can satisfy any blue needs that I have. This one is another one of those ones that don't like this color. This one's pretty much gone. I like this eyeshadow color, this pink, but I would want to use it as a blush. And I do, as you see, I have 15 different blushes, so I don't really need it for that. I like this brown color, but like, I'm keeping several of these palettes just for the brown, so I feel like I don't need it. So I think I might just declutter this one, and by declutter I mean throw away because it's so old. Like, goodness knows how old that is. This one is another one of those hand-me-down ones. The only reason that I'm tempted to keep this is for the shade Shotgun. This is an Urban Decay palette, by the way. So the same company that makes the Naked palettes, and I got this in high school. It wasn't like I bought it in high school. It was handed down to me in high school, so I have no idea how old this is. All this other use you see, that's probably from the previous owner. This one is my fave. So I'm just like so tempted to keep it for that one shade, but then again, I really never reach for it. I want to swatch it just because it's so pretty, but like I don't know if I need it for that. Like, do I really need to keep an entire palette for that one shade? See how pretty it is? It's just glittery and pretty. I don't know. I'm going to keep it for now, and I can always declutter later. I've noticed that in my decluttering process, it's a slow process, and you just saw me get rid of a couple things, and those are things that have made it through other declutters, so just know It's a slow process, but it happens. This one is another one of those ones that I can't bring myself to get rid of because there's so much of the shade left, and it's so pretty, and it's just really nice. It's this other one by my wrist, the left side of my wrist. That's kind of an old swatch, so it's actually more pigmented than that, but I don't know, like, I don't need it, but I want to keep it because I'm attached. This one is the same case. I got this one in high school because I used to use this black as my eyeliner, and then I would use this just on the eye, and that was my go-to look in high school. So yeah, I never use this anymore, but I just feel like there's so much good product left in that. I don't ever use black eyeshadow anymore because I think it's too harsh. So I'm just gonna keep it for now because it's only as old as high school, so it's only 5 or 6 years old. Okay, so now moving on to glitters. I have this NYX glitter primer, and it's the only one I have. It works fine. Does a job, so perfect. This little guy actually pairs with these two. These are the old Stila. I don't know exactly what they're called. Magnificent Metal Eyes. So that goes with these two, and this one's really old. I've had this one since high school. And this one is newer because I got it like right when they were moving these out of stock because they're replacing everything with the liquid stuff. But I actually really I wore these the other day, both of them, and they're absolutely gorgeous. This one's like a pinky shade. Obviously, this is in the shade Kitten. And then this one is in the shade Metallic Pixie Dust. And I absolutely love this for inner corner. It just is very glittery, and it's just white and just gorgeous on the inner corner. As far as my liquidy ones, I have the shade Kitten Karma, Golden Goddess, Diamond Dust, and then this one is Smoky Storm. I got these in a set, and it was totally worth it. I think it was like, I got it on sale for like $18 for all three of them, and I would definitely recommend them. This one is a full coverage. That one's the Kitten Karma. These two are not full coverage, so if you want a full coverage look, you're going to have to layer these at least like 2 or 3 times. This one is also full coverage. This one's a little bit darker, bronzy, but very, very pretty. And then I also, I made like a huge Stila purchase one day, and I got these little samples, and these are the Shimmer and Glow, so they're not glitter, but I just thought I'd include them with this category. I have Kitten, Grace, and Twig, and this other one is the exact same thing, but it still has the kitten in it. So I want to use these up, next time I go out, I'll try to remember that I need to use these. So I guess I have 5 of the samples left, and then all of these, and I'm a really big glitter girl, so definitely love this. I don't think I need any more, but at the same time, I don't want to get rid of any because I just love them all. Okay, so as far as eyeliners goes, I have 7. And I really don't need that many because I literally never use eyeliners, but these I purchased a kit on Black Friday from Ulta, and they just came in the kit. So I don't want to throw them away. I haven't even really got to use them, but I would not have purchased these on my own. I'm just kind of saving them in case I ever get back into eyeliner, and also because like for Halloween looks or like theme party looks, sometimes I like to play with eyeliner. I don't know. And then that's what I got this one for. I got this one for a Halloween look I did. It's a white one, and I actually just used it on my face. It's an Essence one. It did the job. This is a L'Oreal Infallible. It's just it says lacquer liner. I've had this one for a very long time. I don't know, maybe even since high school. And just for reference, I'm about to graduate college. So it is pretty old, but that being said, I don't really use it on my eyes. I mostly use these for like costume type looks, for like, so I actually just put them on my face. And so I don't feel that bad about keeping it because I could get some more use out of it. And then this one is a newer one to my collection. Sorry, my little dog. Oh my gosh. But this one is a newer one to, okay. Say hi, Stella. This one's a newer one, and I have not used it a lot, obviously, because I don't use them, but I got it for free, so I was like, heck yeah, I'll take a free Clinique eyeliner, you know? I just thought, like, if I ever feel like experimenting with eyeliner, then this would be my go-to.